You ever sit through a movie so loud, so chaotic, so desperate to be funny that you start feeling like the infected characters on screen? Yeah, that was it for me.
Grace, I need to tell you something. I might be your dad.
Shit!
Next joint is for all the lovers out there. This is the song your parents conceived you to. Maybe the rubber broke. Maybe there was no rubber.
Ick is harmless. Ick sees our value. We were chosen. For those it does not value, it consumes.
Run!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about It, a new sci-fi horror comedy from director Joseph Kahn, who you might remember from Detention or that bonkers Power Rangers short film he made a while back. This one stars Brandon Routh, Malina Weissman, and Mena Suvari. And it's got a creature feature premise, a heavy pop-punk soundtrack, and a lot of big swings in tone. I went in knowing basically nothing about it, no trailer, no expectations, and somehow still came out disappointed. Let's talk about why. Before we dive into the plot, if you're enjoying the videos, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a ton. And if you want to support even more, I've got a Patreon where you can chip in just $1 a month to keep the reviews coming, or $5 a month if you want to request a review of your own. Set in the small town of Eastbrook, Ick takes place in a world where a strange vine-like growth known as the Ick has quietly spread across America for nearly 2 decades, seeping into homes, schools, and cities while most people shrug it off as a harmless background noise. The only ones who seem concerned are Hank, a washed-up former high school football star now working as a science teacher, and Grace, one of his sharp, sarcastic students. The two are reluctantly thrown together when Grace's mom Stacy reveals a long-held secret. As paranoia builds and things start to spiral, Hank and Grace have to figure out what the Ick actually wants, and how to stop it before it consumes everything. Let's start with what I actually liked about Ick, because there are a few things that work. First off, the animation and design of the Ick itself is pretty cool. It's not high-end VFX, but it has this slick, fast-moving presence that works for a lower-budget project. When it spreads across walls or takes over a person, it feels alive and menacing. You can tell the visual effects team had a solid vision, even if they didn't have blockbuster money. I also appreciated the metaphor buried in the story. Ick isn't just about a monster, it's about how people ignore growing problems until it's way too late. Once things spiral, self-interest kicks in and everyone starts acting out of fear or selfishness instead of solidarity. There's a clear parallel to how society responded to the pandemic, and the movie makes that commentary front and center. Another highlight, the soundtrack. It's packed with early 2000s pop-punk and power pop. Blink-182, Good Charlotte, the All-American Rejects, Wheatus, even Creed. If you grew up with this music like I did, it's hard not to smile when these songs kick in. It gives the movie some personality and helps set the tone, even when the story starts falling apart. Now, onto what didn't work, and unfortunately, it's a lot. The biggest issue for me is the pacing. This movie is relentless. It never slows down, never lets a scene breathe. Everything is fast cuts, fast dialogue, constant noise. Some people might like that it keeps the action moving, but for me it just felt exhausting. I never had time to sit with any moment before the movie launched into the next. But the thing that really broke the movie for me was the humor, which is a problem because this is first and foremost a comedy. The jokes come fast and non-stop, and almost none of them landed for me. It's a very self-aware, quirky meta style of comedy. Think Netflix original meets Reddit thread meets LOL so random energy. There's a lot of characters shouting things, making exaggerated faces, spouting one-liners, or giving painfully on-the-nose commentary about conspiracy theorists, pandemic deniers, and socially conscious teenagers. Instead of satire, it just feels like the movie's yelling at everyone all at once, and it becomes exhausting to sit through. The tone is way too smug and chaotic for its its own good. And then there's something I found genuinely uncomfortable. Multiple adult characters make creepy predatory comments about the teenage girls in the movie, and the film tries to play it as a dark joke because those characters get killed off pretty quickly. But it happens more than once, and it always felt gross and unnecessary. I get that the movie wants to be edgy, but this just felt tone deaf and off-putting. At the end of the day, Ick just didn't work for me. It's got a fun monster, some solid visual ideas, and a killer soundtrack, but the pacing is too frantic, the humor is painfully try-hard, and the tone is all over the place. It wants to be a cult classic, but it ends up feeling more like a YouTube sketch that overstayed its welcome. I'm giving Ick a 2 out of 5. Let me know if you've seen this one yet. Did it work for you, or were you as annoyed as I was? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to support the show directly, check out my Patreon. You can sign up for $1 a month to help keep the reviews coming, or $5 a month if you want to request a review of your own. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.